I remember that spring like a wound that never healed. I was older then, but still with a heart that would never let me close my eyes to pain. Many years later, I still carry the echo of her voice, though she never spoke again. My name is Miriam. I have walked many paths, rescued many souls, but few haunted me more than the tale of little April. It was April 1st, 1988, in the city of Fort Wayne, Indiana. The air was cool, the trees budding, the promise of Easter in the hearts of neighbors. It should have been a quiet day, but darkness carved itself into that promise. April Marie Tinsley was 8 years old. She was a bright child, with a sparkle in her eyes and laughter that made cats stop their steps. On that fateful day, she disappeared while riding her bicycle near her home. No one saw the predator strike, but someone must have. The community launched a desperate search. Flyers, news bulletins, television segments, all pinned her innocent face across Indiana and beyond. But the days stretched into weeks, then months, and hope frayed. When her body was found 4 days later in Spencerville, Indiana, the shock rippled through the quiet towns. She had been raped and strangled. The autopsy confirmed what no one wanted to believe. The case became one of Indiana's most infamous cold cases. For years, investigators and volunteers chased every lead, scribbled letters, anonymous posters, tips from far and wide. Between 1990 and 2004, someone taunted the world, leaving anonymous messages, claiming to have done the murder, even threatening to kill again. The community trembled at every letter. I, Miriam, would sit by a window at dusk, thinking of April's family, imagining what they must endure. A mother's tears, a father's broken prayers, siblings who wonder why. Decades passed. The case went cold. Many had almost forgotten or tried to, but the past never truly dies. Then, in July 2018, a breakthrough, a modern miracle of science met old persistence. Using forensic genealogy, investigators identified a man, John Miller. They matched his DNA profile to that found at the crime scene. After all those years, they had their suspect. On December 21st, 2018, Miller pleaded guilty to kidnapping, rape, and murder of April Tinsley. He was sentenced to 80 years in prison. Justice, finally, in a case that once seemed destined to remain forever unanswered. But justice is a fragile thing. It cannot replace life. It cannot return a girl's laughter. What it can do is shine a light, for a moment, into the darkness. I tell you this not as a cold recount, but as one who has carried many burdens. I have seen too many souls broken, too many voices silenced. April's story reminds us, evil can hide behind ordinary doors, but patience, determination, and science can claw it back into the light. If you hear a child's laughter in memory, let it remind you, each life is sacred. May April rest. May her voice reach beyond the grave, calling us to vigilance, to compassion, to justice. I was old when I first heard of her fate, but even now, every spring, I whisper her name.